Ladies and gentlemen, let's get this party started! Now, making his entrance to the ring, La Sensación Kiko Martinez!
Well, he's not going to get a very warm welcome, is he? And it won't bother him one little bit. This fella seems always happy to travel. He's boxed in the UK, he's boxed in Ireland, Japan, the USA, Argentina, France, South Africa. And he's won in most of those countries as well. And he's a what you see is what you get type of fighter. As you've heard the guys say, pressure, pressure, pressure. And he carries power from first bell to last. And that was the power that he brought against Bernard Dunn all those years ago in Dublin. First round stoppage. He can be dangerous right from that first bell.
He can be dangerous, you know, and he's come along, he's improved, he's lost fights, he's then regained comeback, stronger than ever. He's lost fights, then come back and won a world title. He's lost the world title and then came back even better, you know, so he's that sort of fighter. He's very tough. You know, it really all depends. It's his state of mind. Where is he in his career? Has he still got the hunger? Has he still got the fire? But because it has been a long career. Talking to the camps, talking to his manager, who I knew quite well, he was very confident that he was going to win this fight. They were looking for bigger fights and unifications.
And now, making his entrance to the ring, he's the fighting pride of Barry, England, Quigg!
Well, it's almost his second home, this place, isn't it? Coming out to Oasis in Manchester, hugely popular. Such a single-minded young man. Knew when he was a schoolboy what he wanted to do and what he didn't want to do with his life. What he wanted to do was become a world champion boxer. He's achieved that, but he's got so much more he still wants to achieve. A very ambitious young man.
He is, you know, his focus is just unbelievable. Right since a kid, all he has dreamed about, all he has worked for is to be world champion. Disciplined, dedicated. His family's got the best fish and chips in Bury. I don't think he's tasted it. He's so dedicated. You know, he really is the ultimate professional.
Ladies and gentlemen, from Manchester Arena, Eddie Hearn for Matchroom Boxing is proud to present 12 rounds of boxing for the WBA Super Bantamweight Championship of the World. Sponsored by Grosvenor Casino, StubHub, and JD Sports. Presented in association with Maravilla Promotions and Samson Boxing. Sanctioned by the British Boxing Board of Control, President Charles Giles, and the World Boxing Association, President Gilberto Mendoza, Supervisor Renzo Barnarial. At ringside, the three judges scoring, should this bout go the distance. From Spain, Jesus Narada Garcia. From England, Howard Foster. And from Puerto Rico, Jose Roberto Torres. And inside the ring, in charge of the action at the bell, your referee from England, World Championship veteran, Terry O'Connor. And now, the officials are ready. The fighters are in the ring, and they are ready. Manchester, are you ready? For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world exclusively on Sky Sports, ladies and gentlemen, let's get ready to rumble! Introducing first, fighting out of the red corner, wearing black trimmed with red, official weight 8 stone, 9 pounds, 10 ounces. An outstanding professional record, 32 victories, including 24 wins by knockout, with 5 defeats. From Alicante, Comunidad Valenciana, España, the challenger, former bantamweight world champion, La Sensación, Kiko Martinez. And across the ring, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing black, trimmed with gold. Officially weighing in at 8 stone, 9 pounds, 12 ounces. As a professional, 30 victories, including 22 wins by knockout without a loss. He has 2 draws. From Bury, Lancashire, England, the reigning, defending, undefeated WBA Super Bantamweight Champion of the world, Quigg!
Fight you both in the change room, you know what I expect. Shake hands, best of luck to both. God bless you both.
Well, Scott Quigg's got that glint in his eye, hasn't he? But so has Kiko Martinez. Very, very motivated for this one. But if you want an expert view from a man that's boxed both of these fellas twice, you have to go to Leicester for that one. Rendell Munro, the old European champion, beat Kiko Martinez twice back in the day.
Seconds out, round 1.
His first fight with Scott Quigg ended on a cut and a technical decision. Quigg won the rematch in this arena, but Rendell's view is very simple. Only one winner in this one, it's Scott Quigg. He's too smart. He said, but the key is you must not let Kiko Martinez set his feet, because if he plants those feet and starts throwing, you're going to feel it.
I think that is the danger, that Scott Quigg just gets drawn in a little bit. You know, he loves the fight, loves the tear up, got a lot of pride, but he can box to orders, and he will be. Joe Gallagher would have done as he always does and studied everything he possibly can about Martinez.
Look at this, loading up right from the get-go here, Martinez. And he'll do this for as long as Quigg allows him to do it. He does not have reverse gear. He just charges around the ring in pursuit of his opponent, looking to land bombs. And that's what they've worked on in training, obviously, in the Gallagher camp. It's just been pressure, pressure, pressure. Now, you mentioned about the pressure earlier on Kiko Martinez. You know, if he loses this one, where does he go from here? And you talk about his motivation, Glenn. I mean, there are reports that in addition to being tied up with Sergio Martinez, he's just signed with Al Heyman, the influential American advisor as well. So that's a statement of intent from Kiko. He's far from finished. That's how he sees himself. And he's looking for big fights on the horizon as well. He's got to get through this one first.
Well, he started very well. He's got Quigg on the back foot. He's landing with punches. He's covering up. He looks full of bad intent, doesn't he? And this is typical of Kiko Martinez.
Quigg keeping a tight, high guard. Managing to catch a lot of these shots that are coming in from Martinez on those gloves.
He's a little bit reddened around the left-hand side of the forehead, so punches all getting through like that. Good jab for Martinez.
Quigg looked to land a right-hand counter there. There was an opportunity. Just a little glancing shot. Martinez strong and compact. Quigg loves those hooks to the body. It's going to take something a bit special to get Martinez out with one of those. Keeping the pressure on here, Kiko Martinez. And it's Quigg that misses with the right hand.
Yeah, it's just all in reverse. He needs to start throwing something to stop the onslaught, because, you know, that's just gonna give Martinez a lot of confidence. He's looking very strong, and an excellent first round. So Quigg needs to get something back. Getting caught with silly shots there. Left hook's landed.
Setting a ferocious pace already, Kiko Martinez.
Well, cuffed around the head with several shots from Martinez. Good jabs landed, and that was not a good start from Quigg. Whether that was a plan to let him just start punching and getting his shots off and feel the weight a little bit first, but that wouldn't be what I would have told him.
Well, Martinez comes out even faster at the start of this second round, if that's possible. And he is going to give Scott Quigg a thorough examination tonight. Can the Berry man stand up to this? That's a bit better. And Quigg catches him, and down goes Martinez. And the legs are wobbly. And he's up, though. He's up. Well, Joe Gallagher said he thought it could go early because Martinez does make mistakes. Is it going to go spectacularly here in the second? Quigg just teeing off. And Martinez shipping a lot of punishment here, and nailed again. Quigg is making an enormous statement tonight.
Terrific barrage of punches. He looks over us.
He doesn't know where he is. He has no idea where he is. And Terry O'Connor is quite right. He waves it off. What about that? What a statement from Scott Quigg.
Well, that was excellent, wasn't it? Bad first round. Didn't know what quite he was thinking of, but all of a sudden sprung into life with big punches. And what a finish when he let the punches go. No way was Kiko Martinez going to get through that. No way. He was just going to continue hitting them, and that is a big, big statement.
And the inevitable Quigg-Frampton discussion and debate goes on and on and on. Let's make the case right now. Scott Quigg just did something Carl Frampton wasn't able to do. Demolished Kiko Martinez in 2 rounds. And it's interesting, talking to Joe Gallagher in the week, he said Kiko does make mistakes. We might be able to get him out of there earlier. Gallagher's been proved spot on. And yes, he might have enjoyed a bit of a rocky opening session, but those mistakes did come. And when the opening came, look at what Quigg did with it.
Yeah, well, any argument of not being a proper champion, he answered it there. He's a proper champion, all right. Doesn't matter what the belt, doesn't matter what they call it. He's a top of the world champion. Beautiful uppercut. He realized straight away that he'd hurt him, and then look at the finish. Just was not going to get him off the hook. Straight away, let everything go. Now this is hunger. This is the way to finish a fight.
And that is a way to shut up any critics you may have. Martinez was up. It was that uppercut started it all. Wicked shot, and Quigg knew it.
But excellent finishing. You know, he was just going to throw barrage of punches and not letting him off, really letting the shots go. This is what it's like. This is how you got to get a man out of there. You know, stubborn resistance. Martinez getting his hands up, but look at Quigg, non-stop. He's just not going to let in. He's going to get him out of there, and he did in fine style.
And this, Glenn, right in front of us, we could see in his eyes he had no idea where he was. Look at him, he's just looking around, trying to find a rope. That's the fighter instinct in him, trying to get up. And Terry O'Connor's looked at him and gone, no, not going on.
And rightly so, rightly so. He really struggled to get up. Terrific statement, terrific win. And people's going to be talking about Scott Quigg now as one of the best out there.
Well, just a stunning performance, this. Absolutely stunning from Quigg. And there are the critics, there are the armchair warriors, the keyboard warriors, who try and decry Scott Quigg and his achievements. But what are they going to say after this? He's absolutely destroyed the former champion here, Scott Quigg. And nowhere to go but down for Kiko Martinez. Down and out. And Quigg has stunned everybody, maybe even himself, stopping Kiko Martinez in 2 rounds. That is the face of a world champion. And how much better and bigger could it yet get for Scott Quigg?
Now, terrific. Took his opportunity. One little punch changed the fight altogether. From being in reverse gear, from being under a little bit of pressure early in the fight from Martinez, he then got his little uppercut on, and when he did, that was it. He was never going to let his man out of there.
Ladies and gentlemen, referee Terry O'Connor, following the second knockdown of round number 2, has to step in and call a halt to the contest. The winner by TKO victory, official time 1:04, round 2, and still the undefeated WBA Super Bantamweight Champion of the World, Scott Quigg.
Stunning, truly stunning that from Scott Quigg. It was the biggest fight of his career. You heard him say that himself. And he's come up with the best performance of his career by a mile.
Yeah, exactly what he needed at the right time, in front of his home fans who loved it. Took the opportunity, one little short uppercut, stunned him, and then he just bust into action. Ferocious finish.
Well, that's part 1 of the equation sorted. What about part 2? That's coming up next, and it's a much tougher task for Anthony Crolla against Darlise Perez. He goes in as the big underdog, but he will know what his good mate has just done, and surely that will give the Manchester man a little bit more of a lift as he gets ready for the biggest fight of his career, up against Darlise Perez, this very capable Colombian. Well, absolutely stunning this from Scott Quigg. A real statement tonight. Silenced the doubters, completely shut up the critics, and done a stunning job on Kiko Martinez. Let's hear from him.
Well, Scott, congratulations. Do you feel you silenced all the doubters this evening?
First, I just want to say I've never had a reception like this before. That was absolutely unreal, and thank you for everyone who's just come out to support me. It's been absolutely incredible.
You look very emotional. Understandably, you were under a lot of pressure beforehand. Talk us through the fight. The first round, you were backed up quite a bit.
Yeah, we knew that. First round, I was coming out, test his power, have a look at him, and I knew with the way he was going to come out, he was going to gain a bit of confidence, only a slight bit. So the second round, I knew, as you seen, he'd come out with a bit more oomph about him, but that just set him up for the shot that we'd been working on all through camp, and it was a peach of an uppercut.
Lovely uppercut, and then you took no time at all in going for the finish.
No, I mean, I looked across at Joe, he went, stay switched on and go for the finish. Can't go reckless, and I went in and throwing. I felt like, don't get me wrong, I probably looked a bit wild, but I kept as calm as possible and got the job done and finished him.
Joe, after the first round, I think I heard you in the corner calling for that uppercut.
Yeah, it's something that we worked on in camp. Eddie's been up watching us work on it. I said we'll pull the Stephen Smith uppercut out of the bag again, like I did with Buckland. And the first round was just to go in there, move, test his power, keep him reaching. He came out for the second, thinking, right, I'm going to go, and walked onto it, and I couldn't have written it any better.
Tremendous win, but you can't relax now, can you? The pressure's still on a bit.
No, next up, Anthony $1 Million Crolla.
Let's have a quick word with Eddie Hearn about the plan going forward, Scott. Sensational performance. What's next?
you know, we've got plenty of options. Everybody wants the Carl Frampton fight, you know. The Nito Donaire very close right now, you know, we're talking that fight, but I'm so pleased that Scott Quigg finally gets the respect that he deserves. He's a quality fighter, and it's only producing and fighting those elite level fighters that you'll see those kind of performances. You know, people talk about Scott Quigg's got no fans. I mean, it sounded to me like he's got plenty of fans in this Manchester arena. You know, and ultimately, he's in a great position. He's world champion. His stock's going to keep on rising. Of course, the Carl Frampton fight's the fight everybody wants, but that was a sensational performance from a very dangerous Kiko Martinez. I don't think there's a super bantamweight in the division that can stand up to Scott Quigg's power. I'm so pleased with the reception he got tonight. I could see he was almost welling up when he came into the ring. Michael Buffer, this is what big-time boxing's all about. No one works harder than Scott Quigg. In a gym, he dedicates his whole life to the sport of boxing. And I'm so pleased that everyone's come out tonight and given him the respect and the support he deserves, because he's a great lad and he's a British world champion.
Final word with Scott Quigg. Do you have a message now for your critics?
I just want to, you know, hopefully, I'm still gonna have critics, but I hope I've changed a few opinions, and you know, I'm just so thankful for everyone who's in this arena supporting me and everyone who's tuned in and watched at home. Thank you very much.
Well done.
Oh my goodness, if you ever needed a defining fight, it's got to be that one.